and welcome to this week's episode of Talk of Purdue. We took a break last week for Thanksgiving, but we're back at school, and now we're focused on the end of the semester. With that, we're joined with senior in the College of Technology, Bryan Morris, who will be delivering the commencement address at the December commencement ceremony, the 2 p.m. ceremony on December 18th. So Bryan, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me.
And we're actually in the lab, or we're in a conference room in the lab for the Building and Construction Management major, which is Bryan's major.
Correct.
So what from the Building and Construction Management major, what skills have you learned that you're going to be kind of bringing to your commencement speech?
Well, I think definitely we're planning for one. I mean, obviously our major is really heavy on management, and we have to do a lot of planning for things like that. And I've really definitely been, trying to set a timeline and plan for that, have a good speech.
Yeah.
But what about themes in the speech? What are you going to touch on, do you think?
Well, I get, everyone along the way has really told me to make it kind of personal, and I've kind of talked about my experience, through the military, as well as my experiences here on campus, and just definitely just kind of talk along those lines.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough task because you're addressing a group of people, and as good as you want to tell them that, hey, everything is going to be great. You're going to graduate here, and you're moving on to greater things. The way that it's harder to get jobs these days, some of that may not be the case. So have you considered that at all as you're going to give that address?
Well, definitely. I kind of ended the speech with a story that kind of tells everyone that I guess the moral of the story is the future is in your hands. So it's kind of it lets everyone know that it's up to you to really to move forward from here. So.
And you were in the Marine Corps for a while before coming to Purdue. Are you going to be talking about that experience at all, or maybe even the experience of coming to Purdue a lot, or joining an undergraduate education a lot later than some of your peers?
I definitely make a mention of my military background. I think it's who I am today, and it's definitely changed me from. I'm much more mature than the students that I'm in class with. I'm 26 years old, and most of my classmates are 21 and 22. So I definitely talk about that a little bit.
And so you talked about the dynamic of being 26 and being in a class with people much younger than you. A lot of people who will be in Elliott that day are going to be graduating who are a lot younger than you. Are you going to be giving them any just kind of words of advice or some maturity that you learned from the military?
Well, I don't think I'm not going to have really much advice for them. I mean, really the story at the end it's a really good story. It's something that I heard on my trip, this past summer in Saudi Arabia. I did a study block trip, and it's an interesting story about an old man and a young child. And I guess that would be kind of my advice to them. It's just the future is in their hands.
Are you going to open with a joke?
No, I've never. Well, I don't really have a joke, but I kind of make a joke. Some of the words of encouragement that my wife has given me along the way. So I think that'll probably get a couple laughs. So at least I hope it will. I know it makes me laugh now that I look back. So
what are your postgraduate plans then, since you're on your way out?
Well, I'm going to moving south to Atlanta, Georgia, which is good for me. I'm from South Carolina, so I'm about 2.5 hours from home.
It's a little warmer there too, I think, right?
I was wearing last week when it was cold here. I was actually wearing shorts and t-shirt when I was home.
Wow! So
that was nice. I'll be working for a company called Integra Construction. It's a Purdue alumni. Started the company. I'll be working as a project engineer.
All right. So the question we ask every week on Talk of Purdue: what should Purdue be talking about this weekend?
I think Purdue should be talking about the women's basketball game this Sunday. I know our department is, all of our students are provided tickets for this weekend. So I think everyone,
cool.
I think everyone should get out and support the women's basketball team. I'm excited to go. I've been to a couple of their games, and it is a big game playing Texas A&M since they played for the national championship last year. I think it's good for our program.
The women's team's looking good this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I look forward to your speech, and best of luck to you this weekend. It's a big, or not this weekend, a couple weeks from now.
A couple weeks.
I know it's a big task, so good luck.
Thank you.
And congratulations on graduating, and good luck with the speech.
Thank you very much.
And everyone, thank you for watching Talk of Purdue. You can probably catch some of Bryan's speech. We'll have coverage of the commencement ceremony on the Exponent's website on December 18th, so we'll see you then.